in Week 4. The Jaguars lost the blowout in their previous matchup against the Colts. Can Indianapolis sweep the series? The answer comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Colts in this matchup, you figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots downfield. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after them.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. Seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone. But he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. Still 9 remaining on second down. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's Robinson again on second down. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Over the middle, he's got Myers. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Quiddy Pay able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And his kick here is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Back to throw here. This is caught. Touchdown, Colts. Michael Pittman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Here we go.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On 1st down, it's Robinson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 45-yard line. Lawrence. That's caught left side. Myers with it. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They run. Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Open man is Myers. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4. And it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You have to work.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is up to 8. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On the run, it's Robinson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And you think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result, because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you are closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now Lawrence. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Quiddy Pay in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just toweling it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
To throw again on second down, Lawrence. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Second down at 5. Again, it's Lawrence. And he's got his big tight end here. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Now Lawrence. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Bobby Okereke with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And his kick is indeed good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That ball caught by Campbell. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the first and goal.
The kick by McManus is good. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the second. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
A very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the visiting Packers who were able to come in and win this one on the road. Van Jefferson, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. and they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Josh Jacobs, over 200 yards on the ground with a couple of touchdowns as well. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Drew Lock leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags, and they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Colts, we check out their numbers on the ground, as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Final adjustments taking place in both teams' locker rooms. We're closing in on the second half, and to bring it your way, let's go back up to Indianapolis and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
Let's go.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. And right here, this isn't tight end speed. It's definitely wide receiver speed.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Back to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 8. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 29, Lawrence. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there on the catch and run. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run here with Robinson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, it's Robinson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 2nd and goal, Lawrence got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jacoby Myers, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars move back within a couple of the lead. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Uses the stiff arm. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up to throw. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Ooh, with a juke. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 53 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Campbell making the catch. And he'll go down, but now before getting this inside the 30.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 21. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got Granson, his tight end. And they'll get this down to the 10.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. They'll run it now with Robinson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
And hold everything here because DJ Chark, after that last play, went down, and he's yet to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 1st down, Lawrence. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. 7 yards, the pickup there. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try the left side. It's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, these two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Colts on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to have the Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Campbell.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swing, slants, quick.
Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Jags grab it. There he goes, right side, the 30. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game, but they're running what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Robinson diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. On the return is Hines. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Steps away to his left.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking for Campbell downfield. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Colts strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball great game, and we are not done yet. McManus's point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to. But as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. Gets this to Myers, and he'll be out of bounds after a gain of about 5. That stops the clock, but slow and steady won't win the race at this point. 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Pass complete to Robinson, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. He's back to throw. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. A final shot now for Lawrence. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming to Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for the Colts, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action